Okay, so you want to know the answer to this question. Why aren't women attracted to nice guys? I know it's a shame, and a lot of us here are sitting here, we're upset that we're this nice guy. We do everything we can. We're good guys. Why aren't women attracted to good guys? It's exhausting, but we're going to dissect all of it and explain what's going on here. But here's the quick answer. The reason why she's not attracted to a nice guy is because nice guys are boring and weak, okay? Boring and weak. And boring is not fun, it's not attractive, and weak is not strength, and that is what women are attracted to. The inner strength of a man, not so much what they look like. I'm not talking about muscles, but I'm talking about emotional strength. And the nice guy that you might be is boring and weak, and you are not displaying your inner strength. Instead, you're displaying a part of you that's too accommodating to a woman and making you look like a pushover. So we see it a lot, right? You're probably seeing it in your real life. You're seeing these girls who are attracted to the bad boys, to the assholes, to the jerks. You're seeing that all the time. Here's the thing. You gotta be really careful in terms of how we're labeling these people because, yes, a lot of those bad boys, those jerks, those assholes, they have some qualities that women are really attracted to. Those are a guy not caring what anyone thinks of him, showing a lot of emotional strength, being able to just go through the world with ease, lots of confidence, and really just being tough. Those are very attractive qualities. It just happens to be that a lot of those qualities are associated with guys who step on other people, who are jerks, who are assholes, right? So a lot of those do go hand in hand. Luckily for you, we can actually extract some of those qualities and we can put them inside of you and you can still be a good person, but we're not gonna ever label you again as the nice guy. So I kind of gave you a description of that bad boy. Let's talk about the nice guy. The nice guy, on the other hand, he is, like I said earlier, a pushover, right? So he's always in fear. He's not confident at all. He's only being nice because he's trying to manipulate people into liking him. So he does these nice things and shows a lot of effort just so people can like him. And that's very transparent to a lot of women. They see that and they go, oh, okay, he's just being nice because he's trying to get me to like him, right? So she sees that as a weakness because you're not confident in who you are. You're like, I'm not that interesting of a guy. I'm kind of a loser. You're thinking all these terrible thoughts about yourself. So you're like, okay, well, maybe if I be really nice, then someone will like me because I don't really like myself and there's nothing about me that's really interesting. So I'll just use this quality of doing things for other people or manipulating by lying, by agreeing with people and being a pushover. And I'll use that. That will be the thing to get people to like me, right? But you've probably seen that it doesn't work. And now we can go into this whole idea of nice guys finish last, right? Here's the thing. That concept has come from the idea that women date bad boys because they're really attracted to them and really into them, and then the bad boy fucks her over. So then she's like, oh no, what do I do now? Well, he was a bad guy. I should probably go for a nice guy. And then she goes for a nice guy, and it's like, nice guys finish last. Here's the problem with that, though. If that is the situation, that girl is going to find out pretty soon that, oh no, this nice guy is also not so good. And then she's probably going to go back to the asshole guy and back to a nice guy and back and forth and back and forth. And it's not going to work out for her, right? Because here's the idea. The best, most attractive guy you can be is not on opposite sides of the spectrum. It's not being bad boy asshole all the time, and it's not being super nice guy. You gotta go more in the middle and balance these two out. Problem is, we were probably not taught this as kids, right? Our parents are not teaching this. We're not learning this in school. You have to watch a YouTube to learn this. Because what I've found out throughout my years of being a former nice guy is that it's the qualities of that bad boy that the woman is attracted to, and then you can take those and still be a good person, right? You can still be nice, but you're being nice because you want to be nice, not to get someone to like you. That means that there will be times when you're not so nice, when you're going to be speaking up, when you're going to be sharing your opinion, when you're not going to be always accommodating to the person you're with, that you're going to say, no, I don't want to do that today. I'd rather do this. Or no, I don't want to see that movie. I'd rather see this. Or no, this is the person that I want to vote for in the election, and I'm just going to agree with you because I want to make sure that every conversation we have, that's purely copacetic, right? No, that's not what you want to go for, because that leads to, again, remember the two things I said in the very beginning of this video, is you showing your weakness, right? So no more inner strength, and also it's very boring. It's very boring when there's no tension at all. It's very boring when a woman meets you and finds out that she met her identical twin. She already knows herself. She spends time with herself all the time. She meets someone just like her. That's boring. And plus it's a lie because no two people are alike, right? So it's very boring for her. There's nothing interesting happening. There's no juxtaposition. Like there's no tension whatsoever. And you want that tension. And that tension is completely natural because in order to be out of the nice guy syndrome, you need to be actually more of who you are as a person and not just be doing things in order to get people to like you. If we dive even deeper into this topic, what we're coming to is insecurity, okay? Insecurity. That means if you're a nice guy, if you are labeling yourself as the nice guy, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, wow, this kind of sounds like me, that means that you have insecurities, there are parts about yourself that you don't like. So you're assuming that other people are not going to like that too. You're looking at yourself and saying, I'm not much. I'm not much, right? A lot of low self-esteem. And I get it. I'm not trying to come down on you for that. I'm just trying to give you the reality. The reality is nice guys have low self-esteem. And the reality is that low self-esteem is a weakness because this is a person who's going about life thinking that they're not good enough, which means that they're probably not going to achieve much. They're not going to do much. They're going to accommodate to other people. That's not someone you really want to hang out around. Again, just being honest here. No one really wants to hang out around that guy. And you probably already know that. So what do? You be nice, right? You do all the nice things. You give, which ends up causing a lot of resentment in the end. But you give and give and give, and it's exhausting. You have to understand that people want to be around people who are sure of themselves, who are thinking, you know what, I got this. I got this in life. I know what I like. I know what I want to do, because that's inspiring. That's motivational. Because you know what that does to other people? Well, other people have all sorts of self-esteem issues also. So when they finally find someone or be friends with someone or be lovers with someone who has all this confidence, it feels good. It feels good to be around that person. It's attractive. People are literally drawn to you because you're more charismatic naturally, because you like yourself, because you make decisions. It's crazy. I see this all the time. I saw this throughout my whole life. I've seen this in high school, I've seen this in college, I've seen this in my adult years. The people who attract people to them the most are the people who are just going about their lives in the way they want it, not giving a shit what anyone else is thinking. Now, remember the spectrum I said? There's the bad guy, nice guy. The bad guy, or the asshole, he's doing it in a way where he's kind of stepping on other people. Like, he's doing it to the extreme, where he's like, I really don't give a shit about anyone but myself, and I'll treat other people like shit. That's not so charismatic, right? That guy, he will only go so far. That's why they say nice guys finish last, right? Because that guy, he has an expiration date. There comes a point in time where people see right through him. They go, oh, okay, this person's actually not a good person. I don't want to hang out with that person anymore. I don't want to date that person anymore. It becomes abusive and weird. And then, boom, they're out, okay? Again, on the other side of things, it doesn't help either, because it's like, oh, now I found this really nice guy. He's boring, he's weak, and this sucks for a whole different reason. That's why we marry the two, is you being who you are, being a good person, while still having your edge. And the way to do that is being unapologetically yourself. What's funny is, and I'm going to kind of rewind just a little bit, is the nice guy has self-esteem issues, and the badass, the bad boy, the jerk, he also has self-esteem issues. A lot of those guys on the other end of the spectrum, they're overcompensating, right? So they're taking it to the extreme because they know that they don't really like themselves, so they feel they have to push other people around and judge other people and so on and so forth, right? So how do you be the guy that is actually likable? Well, you're a person who's not going to judge, but you're also going to be doing what you want to do. You're going to be a person who's going to be talking to someone and empathizing, but still hold your opinion. You're You're going to be a person who only wants to give because you want to give, not to do it to get someone to like you. When I say give, it can be literally anything. Giving your time, giving your attention, giving a gift, anything like that, right? Giving a compliment. A lot of guys are using that as manipulation. So I ask you, how can you step into the truest version of yourself, the non-manipulative version, the not manipulating to be super nice and not manipulating to be an asshole? How do you come to the point where you are just you? Only you can really answer that for yourself. But I want to move you into that direction. I want you to start thinking of yourself in a whole different way. Right now, you're thinking about yourself as a piece of crap, right? Low self-esteem. So how can you come to like who you are, respect who you are? Listen, there's a lot of personalities out there. A lot of people you're going to be bumping into. Just because they do their thing, just because they like what they like, just because they do what they do, doesn't mean it's right. A lot of people compare themselves to others, which gives themselves low self-esteem because they assume, for whatever reason, that everyone else has it right. That's not true. That's what everyone else is thinking too. It's a bunch of nonsense. So again, how do you come back to who you are? How do you come back to understanding who you are, respecting your decisions, respecting what you want, respecting the people you want to hang around with? How do you come to terms with that? I know it's not easy. This is something that it's going to take you months, if not years, maybe even a full decade of hard work to get to that point. But the first point is just asking yourself these questions and me asking you these questions so you can bring awareness to this idea of what am I doing that's not for myself, and why am I looking at myself in a way that's not so good? This might take therapy. This might take coaching. This might take going really deep and understanding why you're doing it, because maybe it was the way you were raised or a traumatic event that happened back in the past. Who knows? A lot of this stuff comes from deep inner wounds. And by the way, again, we're talking the spectrum here, right? Badass, weak, nice guy. Both of those people have those wounds. So you got to come back again to yourself and understanding, hey, this is who I am, this is what I want, and that's okay. Tap into this concept. I guarantee it, the women will be swarming, because a girl's gonna find you and she's gonna go, whoa, I've never met a guy like this. I've never met such a charismatic guy in my entire life. Because this is a unique person, a person that doesn't have to be an asshole, but can still have that edge and that confidence. It's really quite mind-blowing. And when a woman sees that, she goes, wow, lots of strength here, lots of interesting vibes from this person. She's not bored, and boom, she becomes invested, okay? I know I gave you the little like quick rundown of how that looks. It still might be like, well, Tripp, how do I tap into that? Like, how do I be that guy? Like I said, therapy, that can be an option if you're dealing with serious deep wounds. But if you're just trying to gain some self-esteem and try to gain some confidence, and it's not coming from this crazy deep place, we could help you. You could check out my program Hooked at getherhooked.com. That is in the description down below. You just click on that link and you'll get information on a full course that I've created to teach you more about what women like and teach you how to build confidence and understanding what women want, understanding what you want in a partner, marrying all these concepts together to make you the most attractive self that you can be. Okay, so check that out, getherhooked.com. Go get that, and it's gonna help you with being more charismatic with the women that you meet. And so I ask you today to look at yourself and ask yourself the questions I've been asking you. How can you start to respect who you are, no longer be the nice guy, but be a guy who's gonna be doing what he wants because he wants it, no longer being manipulative and staying true to who he is?